Hey ladies, it's Alicia. I'm going to show you as best as I can because I don't have all the right products just yet. I have to substitute. I actually have to buy kind of a deeper, darker shade for my face because I have the cream and it's really light. And it's not my color. So it's going to make me look ghostly pale, but I'm going to show you guys how you can still work with it and make it work for you. So I'm going to give you my basic foundation routine, but just keep in mind that these aren't the correct colors for me, so bear with me. Alright, so what I'm first going to do is I'm going to spray my face with rose water, and it literally smells like you're just spraying a bunch of roses on your face. I'm not even joking. And the reason that I do this is because it's sort of a toner, and for me, because I have oily skin, it's going to tone my, my oil, mattify my skin, help my skin stay fresh throughout the day so that I don't overproduce oils. Now we're just gonna let this dry for a minute. It's important to have a clean face before you do this. Your face cannot have oils from the night before. Your face cannot have anything on it, and that's why I use my clear cleanser, because I feel for me it gets rid of everything and it keeps my face nice and clean. And like I said, most of these things that you see on my face, they're scars. It's gonna take a long time for me to get rid of these things. It feels so soft and smooth, and then you look at it and it looks like it's acne, but there's nothing. Alright, so what we're gonna do is take our Glorious Eye and Face Primer, and because I'm very oily, I tend not to use this as much, so I literally just take a little tiny dab of this, and I place it right on top of my eye here so that my makeup will stay longer. I do not place it on my nose because I've noticed it just doesn't hold very well there. And some other places, right here, and right here. And for me, that's enough. With the rose water for me works. This stuff is amazing when you do put it on your full face, but for me and with my oily skin, I've yet to really want to give it a full day try, so I will give you guys a review on that when I do, but I'm afraid that I'm going to break out, because sometimes I do break out to silicone based primers, but I don't want to break out after I got rid of all this stuff. Alright, so here we go. BB Flawless Cream. I like to shake it up, because you don't want anything to settle, obviously. You guys like my towel? It's cute, ain't it? Fresh out the shower. Alright, so I'm going to take it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to put about that much product. And I'm going to swirl. And now, you can use our blending buds. You can use a beauty blender. You can use a brush. However you want to apply it is fine. Just don't use your fingers, because fingers tend to... It's quick, but whatever's on your hand, you're transferring. So even if you just washed your hands, it's not the best way. And sometimes I've noticed too, it kind of leaves, because our fingers have our fingerprints. Sometimes it leaves a patchy, kind of uneven texture. I've never even liked applying it with my fingers back when I use my regular foundation. So here is the product. You see how white it is? This is going to make me look pale, y'all, so just bear with me. Coverage, I can add it, but today I'm just gonna go ahead and go forward. So another thing I like to actually do is do my concealer routine to highlight, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that now. Because I usually use my MAC concealer, but we're coming out with one soon, which I'm super excited about. But for now, I'm just going to use what I have with me, which is just my regular Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation that I used to wear before I started Younique. And this stuff is full coverage, and when I'm looking for a concealer, I'm looking for full coverage in my concealer because I want to have that highlighted effect. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a triangle under my eyes. And what that does is, and see, the thing is, you could just put the concealer right underneath your eyes here, But when you do it like this, it's even, and it brings out your under eye more, and it brings light to it. So you're just gonna do this. And this doesn't need to be perfect because we're gonna blend it with our baby. All right, and I like to add just a little up here. Now this is where the light will naturally hit me. On top of my lip, on my chin, the triangle under my eyes, the top of my head, and the bridge of my nose. That is where light is naturally gonna hit any woman when they're taking a picture. So take your BB, you're gonna wet it. I don't have anything to wet it right now. Actually I do, I forgot to raw water. So I'm just gonna get all the excess water, and I'm going to take it and now mind you, you can do this with the regular BBs too, but I'm pretty partial to my beauty blender. I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm going to always be honest with you guys about what I want to use and what I use in my routine. I'm not going to sell you something if I don't use it myself, but I'm not going to tell you that it's going to stop working, because it's, you know, I'm not going to tell you it doesn't work, because it does work, but for me, I just prefer to use my beauty blender because this is what I know and this is what I'm used to. And I prefer the softer texture of the beauty blender instead of the firmer texture of our BBs, but it's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's bad. Just means I'm a picky girl. And I'm going to softly go around the ridge of my nose. My mom is calling me, so give me a second. Mom, I'm making a video. I'll be done in a minute. Alright, so what I did was create light to the center of my face. And like I said, none of this is covered, and that's okay, because watch what happens with this amazing mineral touch powder. Alright, so this has a little thing over it to protect it from germs. I don't use the thing that comes with it, but you can. It'll work just the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same BB. Any sponge will really do, but I'm going to use the BB because I like the way it's set up. Like this, and you're just going to set the powder first under the places where you put your concealer. And like I said, we are coming out with a concealer in the beginning of September. I cannot wait. I'm dying. I needed it yesterday, so like, yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna go down the bridge of my nose as well. And here. Top of my lips. And then for the rest of this, I'm just going to apply it with a big brush. We sell one as well. I just haven't purchased it yet. I'm building my collection, so bear with me. So I'm just going to fill in the rest of my face with the powder, and as you can already see, this is really where the coverage comes in. And do you see how nice that is? No cakey, it's just a great coverage. It's great coverage, y'all. This is just the powder. I need two, like I said, 2 more shades up in the powder and the BB cream, but I think this speaks for itself. Just with the color difference, even with the wrong color powder. There it goes again, y'all. Okay, so now we're going to try to make this look a little more natural. So what we're going to do is take our blusher from Younique, blusher brush. We're going to take concealer from Younique, which is a powder concealer, but what I use it for is contouring, and I have it in the color Fierce. It's darker, so it'll add shadow to my skin tone. Just need about that much. You're going to go like this, and what I'm doing is I'm finding my cheekbone. The easiest way to find your cheekbone is to take your brush and go like this. And we're just gonna do that. And here. And you can also do this to find your cheekbone. What we're doing is just adding some shadow back in. What I might do for the next bit of this video is take it and speed it up so that you guys can still see it, but I still want to try to keep it under 15 minutes. So. Hopefully y'all didn't hear that, and if you did, I apologize, but my mom is angry with the cable guy today. He came in and he was kind of rude and condescending to her, and also tried to charge us for something that they should have fixed, and wasn't a pretty scene that unfolded. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm adding shadow back in the places where shadow would naturally appear, which is the top of my forehead, which is going to create a three-dimensional look. Look. This is a little darker than I usually have it, but that's okay. What it did was it made my nose smaller. And when you saw me when I first started, my nose was almost kind of crooked on one side. And I love this technique because it slims out my nose, makes me feel more comfortable. Now another way you can do to calm down some of this shadowing that you put on your nose, go back into your powder and just reapply it like that. And that will calm down some of the shadowing so it's not so prominent. Even though I do like the prominent, but that's okay. Alright, so now we are going to use a highlighter. Right now I'm using the Balm from Mary Luminizer. The Balm Mary Luminizer is what I mean. I'm just going to put a little on the tip of my nose. What that's going to do is create, or the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. What it's going to do is create a light to the center of my nose so that everything comes together. Alright, so now what we're going to do is add our blush. And I just realized too that I can speed up this video. I know I can't really say that now, but I'll speed it up so it's under 15 minutes. Alright, so take your blush. This is pigmented. You don't need a lot. Trust me when I say this. Blowing off as much as I can. This will last forever. For freaking ever. I promise. Because I don't barely use any. Alright, so you're going to smile and you're going to follow that bridge. Now mind you, I would sit there and blend that out a little bit more, but for now I just want to give you the basic idea of what I need to do. See that? It's insane. So you're just going to go up and down here like that. I took off most of the product and look at how much product is still left on this thing. It is absolutely insane. And I'm a blush girl, so I like to add a little more than maybe most people would, but blush is where my heart is. And you see how it kind of creates that shadow there so that you know, everything comes together. It makes your face look more dimensional. Alright. Now next I would do my eyebrows, get those ready, which I tend to just follow the shape of my brows because I'm happy with the way they are. I could add a lip stain next. I could do my eyes, whatever I plan to do, but this is my basic foundation routine. Now another thing I actually did forget is my bronzer. I like to add just a little bronzer onto my face to kind of really set it. Because this is so freaking white, this is a good opportunity to add a little bit of color back in my face. So I'm going to just sweep it, blow off excess, and add a little bit more shadowing to the top of my face. Like that. Like this. I just went over that white, really white, and it kind of toned down just a little bit. I can go under my eyes really quick. I'm not going to go over my nose because this is sort of shiny sometimes, so I don't want any more highlight on my nose than I've already put on it. And I'm just going to go under my neck, bronze it up, really good. So add that three-dimensional look back in. Okay, ladies, this is my foundation routine. Hopefully it helped you guys. If you have any other questions, let me know. But our BB cream and our powder, dabomb.com, okay? I'm telling you, paired together, they're everything. So if you have any other questions, let me know. Hopefully you guys like my new intro and all that other stuff. Kind of feeling fancy, you know what I'm saying? But thanks for watching, ladies.